Hello and welcome to another video tutorial here on understanding body language, liars, cheats and happy feet. It's Tuesday morning and I hope you all had a wonderful week. Now I must apologise, I've not done a body language tutorial for a while. I've been having a few problems with YouTube and a few copyright infringements. The problem comes in I don't actually own the video that I'm analysing, so my YouTube account is not in a good standing and in danger of being closed down. So I'm very sorry to say that. However, I've got a new video analysis lined up for you today as well. Because my YouTube account's not in a good standing, I have to complete all my videos within 15 minutes, which is a bit of a pain for a chatterbox like myself. But anyway, we shall persevere nonetheless. So this morning's video, I should say, is President Obama meets the Russian President Dmitry Medvedev on missile defense. Now this video has just come online now, so again, if you are watching this, I don't own this video, and all credits go to ABC News, and thanks for the video. So let's just have a look at this. Now obviously the opening exchange we can see here between Barack Obama and the Russian president. We can see the steepling gesture occurring from the Russian president here. Now, remember when we steeple, we're showing confidence in our actions. We're also seeing something called a gestural echo, or a postural echo, where it's a form of mirroring, where they're both doing exactly the same thing. So leaning in from the torso to try and make themselves more dominant. So obviously these two don't want to give any signs of weakness away, so by mirroring each other's behaviour is a good sign that they're on the same level. So there's no superiority felt by either, I should not going to say competitor, but either eminent politician like these two are. So let's just have a look at this video. Now, bear in mind, this was the one that was done in secret. So obviously, I don't think they realised that the microphones were still playing. So let's just have a look at some silent behaviour. Okay, so what did you notice there? So obviously they're talking about this missile defense, which is a very touchy subject at the moment. Obviously, Barack is looking for more flexibility if he gets in a new term. So let's have a look. So we're looking for behavioural here. Okay, so the first little gesture we here see is the rotations of the palm. So the pronations by Barack Obama. Now this little gesture here is indicative of the feeling of going forwards. Now look how his arm gestures resemble going forward. Listen to what it actually says. More flexibility. And the palms go forward. Now this is a very instinctive action and it carries a very precise meaning. It's almost like an emblem. Whenever we see anyone thrusting those palms forward in like a rotation movement, it means they're looking forward to going forwards. So it's a very symbolic gesture with a very precise meaning. We can see here that the Russian president is still using that little steepling gesture. He is holding something in his hand, but bear in mind he could hold that in a number of different ways, but he chooses to press those fingertips down and together on there, producing the steepling gesture, which is a silent, confident display. And the next little bit comes in here is where Barack reaches forwards, okay, and places his hand on the right forehand of the Russian president. Now then, this is a little bit of a confident display from Barack as well, okay, and it's also a submissive display as well. Let's just scoot back here. So he wants something, and to make himself more confident and more powerful, he uses a tactilic gesture. So a touch of haptics there. Okay, and we can see how the Russian president responds by placing his hand directly on top of this. Now, this little silent gesture here could mean that I will help you. It shows that these two are creating an emotional bond by the use of touch. However, the next little bit here, which comes in for me, might spell trouble for the president. So we can see here in this exchange here that things are quite going well. We can see the embrace started by Barack Obama, and then it's ended here by the Russian president by placing his palm on top of there in almost like a comforting display. So this looks good. However, the contempt facial expression which the Russian president flashes Barack Obama here is not a good sign. If you can see that there, we can see the contempt facial expression, which we're using two muscle, which is the buccinator and the zygomatic major. So why is he flashing contempt? It's done very, very briefly, but maybe he knows something that Barack Obama doesn't know. We can see here the pacifying gestures that the president makes now by rubbing his hands slightly up there. And we see here a nice little bit of mirroring, just like that. So the Barack places his legs over, so he crosses his legs, and immediately so does the Russian president there. So I do believe that the Russian president has certainly been coached in body language, because if we look from the start again, all these behavioural gestures of mimicking happening between the president and the Russian president here, we can see the behaviour mimicking there. We can see the palms rotating around from the president in a forward-thinking motion. We can see the confident gestures that the Russian president's giving by the steepling gesture. We see the emotional bond, I need your help with something. And we can also see that by the tap as well. That little tap just conveys so much information. There we go, the little tap, and we can see the hands over. Okay, and that little exchange there with the gesture. We often do this, a little flick between each other, meaning we are on the same page. Watch that again, watch that from the Russian president, where he uses his little hand gestures here. That's good. He flashes contempt, and then excellent bit, okay, of postural echo or gestural echo, or a little bit of mirroring there. So there you go. But the problem for me still is this facial expression here. Let's just see if I can catch it for you. There we go. We can see it there. We can see the contempt expression coming through from the Russian president, and that's a micro expression. Now, contempt could mean I know something you don't know. I feel superior in this exchange. However, the behavior seen does not necessarily represent that. We can see a lot of actions where a lot of we see touching on the part of the president onto the Russian president, and we can see that welcomed, and also we can see how the Russian president deals with that by placing his hand on top of the president's in a welcoming gesture. So that's perfectly fine here. So a little exchange there gives us a lot of information silently. However, I think the contempt expression here certainly has got a lot of oomph. So there could be problems in store about this missile defense thing for Mr. Obama. We can see his facial expression there. If we just zoom in there, we can see how tightly those lips are pressed together as well. So maybe things aren't as well as they might appear with body language, but only time will tell. So there we go. So if you'd like to learn more about body language, then please check out my Understanding Body Language Liars, Cheats and Happy Feet page here on Facebook. There we go. That's me and my lovely missus. I'm on a quest to get around about 3,000 likes by the end of the year as well. I'm hoping to get a million views on my YouTube channel as well, if I'm not shut down in the process. I'd just like to say I don't own any of the videos I'm analysing, and all credit goes to ABC News for this video as well. So keep your fingers crossed that my videos keep on air and are not shut down, because that would be a terrible waste of all my videos as well. I've got an article coming out in More magazine as well on their website about body language during interviews. So if you're struggling with getting a job at the moment, I've done 5 red hot tips in order to silently impress the interview panel, and I've got a couple of other publications coming out as well. So I shall keep you abreast of those developments on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page as well. And if you're on Twitter, you can follow me at Body Language UK as well. So there we go. So that's my first video taken care of. Not done one for a while. Obviously got a few problems with YouTube, but I hope I can get my account into a good standing once again. So there we go. So any questions, comments or feedback, please let me know. I look forward to speaking to you all soon. So don't forget to look at my page and we can have a chat on there. So everyone, from everyone here at Understanding Body Language, Liars, Cheats and Happy Feet, watch out for that contempt facial expression, and I'll see you all next time. So take care and bye-bye for now.